Hey everybody, KC here. So there's this website called Writing Tips, and there's a lot of stuff you can go on Writing Tips to find out about if you're writing a sentence, a paragraph, a paper, whatever it happens to be, to help you with a lot of different things, grammar, spelling, the whole thing. And I get this email from them. I have no idea how I got on their email list, but every once in a while I look at it. It's kind of interesting. And the one I got today was fascinating because it said it was all about the top 10 most difficult words to pronounce and how to pronounce them. And the thing that really interested me about this was that 4 of the top 10 have to do with food. So that was really kind of interesting. The number one, the hardest one, they say, for people to pronounce, and they got this basically, they compiled this list based on people searching online to figure out how to pronounce them. So the number one word people have a hard time pronouncing is Asahi, A-C-A-I, right? Asahi. That one I knew. Another one, it was interesting, number 3 was, now I always would have said gyro, G-Y-R-O. I know some people will call it a gyro, but they say the proper Greek way to pronounce it is gyro. So there is no G. The G is basically silent. I didn't know that. Charcuterie was another one. Now, it's interesting. There's a little difference here. Again, because I went online because I was curious how the French would pronounce it. And the French would pronounce it charcuterie, and they say it's charcuterie. I'm going to go with the French on this one. It's based on a French word, I think. So I'm going to stick with the French. But again, interesting. And the other one was gnocchi, right? G-N-O-C-C-H-I, gnocchi. And that one I knew as well. And I knew it because 1979, October of 1979, I took a 2-week vacation from my newspaper job, and I decided I was going to do a little backpacking around Europe. And so I got myself a Eurail pass, and I basically threw some stuff in a backpack, went and stayed in youth hostels. Wouldn't do that again, but had an actually great time. And I went to Oktoberfest in Germany, took a train over through Switzerland, over the Alps, into Italy, spent time in Rome, in Florence, and in Venice. And then went back to Oktoberfest, spent a little time at Oktoberfest, and I actually helped to smuggle a girl from Italy into Germany for Oktoberfest. I'll tell you that story another time. Anyway, so I go to this an Italian restaurant in Venice, and I'm sitting at the what's basically an open counter, right, facing the kitchen, and I'm looking at the menu, and I don't really speak Italian, but this thing was there. It was G-N-O-C-C-H-I, and I didn't know what this was. I didn't speak any of meatballs. I mean, I did not come from a family where gnocchi was on the menu. But I said to the guy, "What's this?" And he explained to me that it's a potato pasta. And he helped me to learn how to pronounce it. Gnocchi. He wouldn't serve it to me until I pronounced it right. He pronounced it right, had it, loved it, fell in love with it, have had it ever since. And every time I have gnocchi, I think of that restaurant in Venice in 1979. That's amazing how food works that way. Anyway, my larger point is this, which is that it was interesting to me that 4 of the most difficult words to pronounce, according to internet searches, have to do with food, which tells us a lot about how people, most people in this country still can be educated about food. Not just about how to pronounce their names, but how to prepare them, how to eat them, what to pair them with, whether it's pairing with other kinds of foods, pairing with wine, whatever it happens to be. It's a great, it is one of the most fertile places in the world to educate people. And the thing is, when you educate people, you illuminate people. You illuminate subjects for people. And when you do that, you create the opportunity for sales. And that's the wonderful thing about this industry that too few companies do. Too few companies actually grab the moment and say, we can educate our customers. We can illuminate different worlds for our customers. We can help them have aspirations. We can inspire them a little bit. And by doing those things, we can actually generate sales. It's a wonderful opportunity. So it's Asahi, gyro, gnocchi, and charcuterie. Those are the words for today. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.